Alternate methods of sewage disposal. Objective: to learn about different methods used for sewage disposal. The water released from household consumption, industries, and hospitals is dirty and full of impurities. This wastewater flows over the land, forms sewage. In villages and small towns, there are few houses, and the same are spaced far apart. Also, here a sewer system is very expensive to install. Hence, people use alternative methods for sewage disposal. Let's learn about these methods. Use of septic tanks. In this method, the wastewater flows from the house to the first chamber of a septic tank, through the septic tank baffle. Baffles are made of metal and are bolted to the sides of the septic tank, which dispense the wastewater toward the bottom of the tank. The heavy solids in the water are allowed to settle to the bottom. The solids are partially decomposed by bacteria to form sludge. The lighter solids, such as grease and oil, form a layer of scum on the top. The wastewater flows from the first chamber to the second one, and the process of settling the waste is repeated. A septic tank also has an outlet baffle, which restricts the solid waste in the septic tank, and partially treated wastewater is channeled into different perforated pipes. Here, the water slowly seeps into the underlying soil. The dissolved waste and bacteria in the water are absorbed by the soil particles or decomposed by microorganisms. The purified wastewater then moves to the groundwater or evaporates from soil. Use of biogas plants. Biogas plants collect human and animal waste, such as excreta or feces and urine, in an underground tank. Microorganisms break down the waste within the tank in the absence of oxygen, which releases a mixture of gases, mostly methane. This gas rises and collects in a domed ceiling, where it builds pressure. A valve and a hose are attached to the top of the tank, which allow the gas to be piped directly into the house, where it is connected to a gas-burning stove. Vermicomposting. In this method, kitchen waste, like vegetable and fruit waste, are dumped into a compost bin and red worms are allowed to feed on the waste. The compost bin has air and water so that the worms can decompose the wastes. After a few days, you can see that rich compost is formed. The worms and the compost can be separated from each other, and the compost can be used in the garden. This compost makes excellent manure for plants. This method is simple, hygienic, and uses less water. Summary. In villages and small towns, there are few houses, and the same are spaced far apart. Also, here a sewer system is very expensive to install. Therefore, alternative methods for sewage disposal like septic tanks, biogas plants, and vermicomposting are used here.